All right. I'm very excited about this. It's a little heavier than it looks, but that's fine, because I kind of equate heaviness to like sturdy and solid build quality. Quick start guide, warranty, 1/8 inch to MIDI. I've never even seen that. What's in there? I can't even imagine how it's gonna feel to play this thing.
So the people at ROLI were very kind to send me the new Seaboard Rise 2, and in today's video, I'll be giving you my first impressions of this keyboard. They call this the ultimate 5D MIDI controller, and claim that this 5 dimensions of touch concept opens up a whole new world of expressiveness in keyboard playing. Is that true? Well, let's find out together. First, I think we need a little bit more of a vibe in here, because I think this keyboard's going to be a vibe. Okay. Okay. Right away, it's not too counterintuitive. I get it. Okay. Got that wiggle. Nice little wiggle going on. Okay, so one of my first reactions is definitely that there's a bit of a learning curve when it comes to playing with proper intonation, and obviously as a keyboard player I'm not used to that. Really, the reason that I got this is because I wanted to do things like this. I've always admired the expressiveness of the violin and wind instruments in general, and I've wanted to be able to do those glisses and slides. I can tell right away that although it's possible, it's going to take some like finessing to build that into my playing vocabulary in a way that sounds convincing. Because like right when I just did it, I thought it was cool, but like I probably wouldn't, put that on a record. I'm going to try to play some normal stuff for a bit with it without all the slides. The big selling point was the slides, but I'd imagine that the novelty of that wears off. One good thing that I'm noticing is that, although I said initially that you have to be kind of careful with your intonation, I think that they've built something in here that makes it a little bit forgiving, at least when you first hit the key. It seems like when you first hit the key, it sort of defaults to the pitch that it knows that you mean. You probably, right when you hit a C, you probably mean to hit a C. And if you're going to slide or if you're going to do vibrato, you're going to do that as an afterthought. So it seems like it defaults to what it knows that you mean, and then you can get all the microtonal stuff later as you move your finger around. That's good, because that means that you can actually play normal stuff on it. One question that I had was, is this going to be bad for my tendinitis? I've struggled with tendinitis for a long time. It hasn't been like a big problem in a long time, but seeing people play this, I definitely thought to myself, like, is that like weird? Like you have to press in this weird way. Like, is that going to hurt over time? The jury's still a little bit out on that, but my first impression is that you can probably develop a certain technique that isn't exactly like pressing into the board in an unhealthy way, and one thing I know from my technique retraining that I went through when my tendinitis was at its worst is that even when you do press into the board, that you want to do so in a way that is utilizing the force of gravity and more so dropping your arm weight rather than like using your muscles to press. So that's probably going to come into play a good amount here. Probably if I'm like pressing, that is going to be bad for me. So I'm going to have to watch out for that. So it's definitely different. Significantly different. But it's not so counterintuitive that I can't pick it up and immediately get into it and do stuff. I definitely can immediately get into it and do stuff. Okay. I think I'm starting to get the hang of this. I feel like I am an hour into playing this, and I found a few patches that speak to me, and I genuinely feel like I'm getting the hang of this. I feel inspired to make music with it, which to me, that's kind of the big thing. Like, it took a bit of a learning curve. It took a bit of getting the hang of multiple aspects of this, and it will continue to. I'm not like an expert yet. I'm still only 1 hour into having even done this for the first time, but this is pretty sick. So that's my first impression. This thing is blowing my mind, and the learning curve is not too steep at all. And the Equator 2 software is incredible. Easy to navigate, easy to save sounds and construct banks and playlists. I'm a longtime user of other VST plugins like Contact and Omnisphere, and I like how this program is organized better than both of those two, honestly. I'll probably do a whole other video where I go through all those sounds, but for now, I'll just say that they are incredible. So thank you, ROLI, for sending me this. My plan is to gig and travel with it, which is maybe not what most people are doing with it. It seems like it's built to be like a studio instrument in some ways, but we'll see how it goes. So thank you again, ROLI, and be on the lookout for more Seaboard content from me coming soon.